What is up, guys? Today we'll be unboxing and taking a look at the Redmi 9S/9 Pro. So this is the successor to the Note 8 Pro. So this comes in at around 200 bucks. So it's a pretty good deal. So let's go ahead and see what it's all about. So as you can see in the box, you get the usual stuff, the paperwork. You also get a case on here, which is really nice. I love when they throw that in there. And you also get the charger and the USB Type-C cable. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty much the standard stuff. So you have a glass back and plastic frame on this phone. And when you first pick it up, it is a heavy phone. It might be even a little bit heavier than the Note 8 Pro, and that's probably due to the massive 5,000 milliamp battery, which we will get into. But for the design, it is kind of weird. It is a splash proof design, and the only thing that's kind of weird with this design is the camera module. Now that I'm seeing it in person, it does kind of look weird. When I show it to other people, they just think it's ugly, and it's not that it's just a super ugly camera module. It's the, I think the little silver ring that they put around the camera module just makes it look really weird. So in person, you know, it's just weird looking. All right, so we do have the 3.5mm jack on board, USB Type-C, of course, and one single firing speaker, which is actually pretty decently loud and actually has some pretty good quality as well. So the display on here is a 6.67-inch display, and it is a massive phone. This is a really big phone. So if you're into, you know, just massive phones, then this is about the size of the OnePlus 7 Pro, just to give you an idea. So it's a 1080p display, 1080 by 2400, 395 for the PPI. A beautiful display. And yes, it's not an AMOLED display, but it gives out some pretty good colors, but it's not the brightest display, especially in the bright lights. I've seen displays a little bit brighter, especially with these lights hitting it, but overall, it's a pretty good display, very sharp, very colorful, so I really like it. You also have the punch hole at the top, which is definitely better than the water drop notch, so I really like that move. So as far as software goes, you have Android 10 out the box with MIUI 11 on here, and it's basically what we all know and love from the MIUI 11 skin. You have a bunch of feature packed stuff in here, from second space to the game mode. You also have your Google Now on the left side, which I absolutely love. I really love that they made that move and put it there. And yeah, everything is on here, from dark mode to every feature you could really want. Your gestures are on here as well, even though I'm not a big fan of how they do it, but yeah, everything is on here software wise. It's pretty smooth. Multitasking on here is fine. I love their app switcher and the little toggles you have to be able to get to certain stuff. So MIUI 11 is still one of my favorite skins. It's just packed with a whole bunch of stuff. Now what's pretty interesting is they went with the Snapdragon 720G and the Adreno 618. So this processor has been performing pretty well. I haven't really seen a whole bunch of hiccups with this phone as far as just swiping and stuff like that. And gaming performance, as you can see, we'll do a gaming test soon, but as you can see, gaming is fine on this phone. I didn't have a problem gaming on this phone. As you can see, we're on very high on Call of Duty Mobile. We can play in HD, high frame rates on PUBG as well. I'll do that gaming test for you guys though. But yeah, I was expecting a little bit less in performance with this chip, but overall it surprised me here. So you do have micro SD support as well, and the base model is 64 gigs and 4 gigs of RAM. So they downgraded the RAM from the Note 8 Pro, which is something that I don't really get, because now it does not support Fortnite, because you need 6 gigs of RAM, I believe, to play Fortnite. So kind of sucks that they downgraded that RAM, so that makes it you know, just not as good as a gaming pick. At this price point, you'd probably just be better off going with the Note 8 Pro. But yeah, so a little unfortunate. Now for the camera setup, you have a quad camera setup. It's a 48 megapixel wide, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. It shoots in 4K 30 FPS, and then the front facing camera is 16 megapixels, shoots in 1080p 30 FPS. And as you can see from these stills, it's a pretty decent camera. I'm not sure if it's better than the Note 8 Pro. Like I said, we're just gonna have to wait to see in that comparison, but from what I've been seeing, and especially in good lighting, you're getting some really nice bright and vibrant photos here. Dynamic range seems pretty good. The detail seems pretty good as well. So for a $200 camera phone, this is definitely acceptable. I didn't really find an issue, and like I said, you have that quad camera setup, so you have all the sensors that you should really love. The macro camera and the ultra wide, the depth sensor, all those essential cameras are there. So I'll go ahead and play you guys some video real quick so you can just see what that quality looks like. Now, one thing that I found weird was that they opted out of the NFC again on this phone, and they went with the infrared port. So it has the infrared port, but no NFC, which I always thought was weird. But the fingerprint scanner has now moved from the back to the side of the phone, which I absolutely love. 100% love this move right here. It's just really fast. It just feels a little bit more natural to me. So I don't know, some people don't like it, but I definitely like this. I love it on the Galaxy S10e as well. So I just wish, if you're going to do a physical fingerprint scanner these days and not the under glass one, then this is definitely one of my favorite implementations. Just having it on the side is just really awesome. So the last thing is the battery. So big jump in battery. You have a 5020 milliamp battery with 18-watt fast charging. The battery life is rated at about 10 hours, so it's much better than the Note 8 Pro. So battery life is definitely been upgrading. So if you wanted to get the Note 8 Pro, but you just wanted a phone with a massive battery and it just wasn't enough, this phone is definitely going to be enough. You cannot kill this phone in a day. So battery life is going to be excellent on this phone. I was really impressed. It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're gaming or just social media and stuff like that. This will get you through the day, really a day and a half. You're a light user, probably 2 days. So that is pretty much it. Be sure to subscribe for more videos on this phone and comparisons, and I will catch you guys in the next one.